So today is a pretty cool day. 2 years ago, I launched my wellness coaching business. I cannot believe it has been 2 years already. To celebrate the birthday of my coaching business, I thought it might be fun to talk a little bit about what I've kind of noticed about people and learned about people in being a coach for 2 years. I have had a ton of rotating clients come through my business over the last 2 years, and some of them have found wild success, and some of them have found, honestly, some struggles that they didn't quite realize were going to be there when they signed up to work with me. And it's been very interesting over the last 2 years to not just understand people better, but understand what kind of people tend to come looking for coaches and what are some of the most common roadblocks and expectation problems that people have when they sign on the dotted line. There are things that I think in a lot of people's heads are going to work out differently than how they actually work out. And so today I wanted to tell you about what some of those things are. What are those things that as a wellness coach I have noticed that tend to be roadblocks for people, bumps in the road for people, and kind of what you can do to help mitigate those if you are somebody thinking about doing one-on-one coaching or working with a coach at all. In the little note section that I wrote here, I titled it Unrealistic Expectations because all of the bullet points that I've actually come up with are really stemming from expectations and things that people think should happen and how they happen versus what actually happens. Expectation versus reality type of stuff. So if you're interested, keep on watching. But first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Brianna. I am the diva behind Diva and the Divine, and I am a wellness coach helping real women find real weight loss and real wellness in a healthy and sustainable way. And that's actually exactly what this video is about. So let's talk about it. What are some of the things that I've encountered with clients that tend to be hiccups, roadblocks, and unrealistic expectations? Well, we're going to start with an obvious one, and that is their desired timeline for weight loss, for results. People often come to me and they're like, I want to lose X number of pounds, or I want to lose X number of pounds a week. And when the numbers, or actually, I don't even let it get to the numbers. When people tell me that, I've had people tell me that I want to lose at least 2 pounds a week, and I am immediately I'm like, hold the phone. No. That is not what we're looking for here. And here's the thing. Just because I say no, that's not the proper expectation for us to set, doesn't mean that it might not happen. Especially for those with more weight to lose, it is not improbable that you will have 2+ pound week losses. Not every week, but it isn't improbable that you will experience it at some point. But a lot of people need to remember, the leaner you are, the smaller you are, the less weight and fat you have overall to lose, the smaller increments you're going to lose in, and it's going to take you longer. That's just the reality of biology, my friends. And no matter how much you beg and plead with me, when it comes to sustainable lifelong weight loss, you're gonna have to let go of any expectation of a timeline for, I need to lose 50 pounds in 3 months. I need to lose 4 pounds this week. No, 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 no. That is not something you want to do. The way I set up macros for my clients is in a way that is a moderate calorie deficit. And sometimes it's even a small calorie deficit if people's activity levels, if their lifestyles and their BMRs do not compute in a way that allows me to give people a 20% calorie deficit, then people have a smaller calorie deficit, because for the sake of your well-being, both mental and physical, that's what it has to be. So timeline and weight expectations automatically are something that people have to work through and let go of real fast. The second thing that I have noticed with people is people automatically associate paying the bill, signing on the dotted line, as the thing that's going to get them to lose weight. When people are like, all right, I am in, I'm ready, let's do this thing, and they pay me and it's great and we get everything set up, they somehow forget. And this is, let me be very, very clear. Let me zoom back out for a second. I have many clients and have had many clients in the past who are wonderful, gold star individuals who do such great work. I have had clients lose 30 pounds. I have had clients change change their mindsets. I have had clients learn how to maintain their weight and their physique eating more calories than they ever dreamed possible. I am just sharing some of the things that we've had to work through and get over. And there are some people who were unable to work through and get over. But I don't want you to think that all of my clients have had these struggles, because I have had some people that are, when I either sent them off on their merry way because I felt like they didn't need me anymore, or some of them are still working with me. I just love working with people who have the expectation straight. And this is one that they actually have straight. A lot of people I find, or some people, I guess a lot is really not the right word. Some people think that signing on the dotted line and hiring the coach, the act of hiring the coach, is the action that's going to cause the weight loss. And that is simply not true. They seem to forget that there's still work that has to be done on their end. My job as the coach is not to get the weight off your body. My job is to show you how. That is my job. I give you the recipe. I give you the tools. It's still your job to cook the meal, my friends. You have to put in the work. The act of signing up with a coach is not the thing that's going to make you lose the weight, but you have to do the work the coach gives you, or there's no point in signing on the dotted line. People think that just signing up for a course or a group coaching or one-on-one coaching even is the magic thing that's gonna get it done. But then I find trackers that aren't filled in. I find metrics that aren't being measured. I find goals that I have set for people, macros and calorie goals, that are always not being met. And the honest to God truth is, if you don't do the work, don't expect the results. And sometimes people seem to forget that. The third pitfall that I find with people who sign up for a coach is they're all excited about the idea of the result. They're like, yes, I'm gonna sign on the dotted line, I am going to pay the bills, I'm going to follow the macros, etc., etc. But once they get started, after the first week or so, they find that they're actually unwilling to make the necessary lifestyle changes required for the results that they want. Think about it. If you really want to lose a lot of weight or even a little bit of weight, more times than not, hitting a specific weight loss goal takes more work, more effort, and more change than a lot of people think it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you're one of the lucky ones where a small tweak, you ever hear of like the women versus the men who are trying to lose weight like with their spouses, and they're like, I eat 1,200 calories and do this, that, and the other thing, and I've gained 4 pounds, and my husband stopped drinking soda and he lost 15. Like, sometimes, it's not that extreme, but sometimes things like that happen. People can make one lifestyle change or a few small, seemingly insignificant lifestyle changes, and they end up with bigger results, and we're all sitting there going, how the heck did that happen? But the reality is, for most of us, myself included, it takes dedicated lifestyle change to achieve the results that you want. And there are times when people will sign up for a coach and then they will very quickly realize that they are unwilling to make the changes that the coach wants them to make, like increasing their protein level or getting off their butts and moving or eating a vegetable. And these sort of things are things that need to happen. Again, otherwise, why are you paying a coach? If you're paying a coach to tell you what to do, you have to do the things the coach wants you to do. And if you are unwilling to try something new, if you are unwilling to also let go of the mindsets that your coach is like, hey, this is a big one for me. Letting go of the scale and what that number means is huge for me. And I have had people that just can't seem to let it go. And it really hinders their progress because they are white knuckling their way to this number that really has no substantial meaning to them. It's just a number. And it's those people who have the grip that I can get to let go that are the people that find the most success. I've had people that are wildly more confident in their bodies now and their physique, and they're making the biggest amounts of progress. And they are the people that have faith in me and have faith in the process. And when I say, hey, you gotta let go of the day-to-day of that number. It's just a data point. And maybe this goal number is not what we're looking for, but let's just see what happens over time. Those people that are willing to trust the process and let go of that scale are the ones that make progress every single time. Every single time. Being unwilling to make the necessary changes, whether it be in your lifestyle or whether it be mindset shifts that you really need to make because the mindsets you currently have are hurting you, Being unwilling to make those changes is something that is going to hinder your progress with a coach every time. Just to give you guys an example, a general overall guideline, here is something that I would suggest. If you're thinking about hiring a coach for wellness and weight loss purposes, here are some things that you should already be doing. If you are not doing these things on your own, then maybe you're not ready for the commitment and the work that goes into working with a coach to really hone in on reaching your goals. That is eating at least 100 grams of protein every day. I'm not joking. I am not joking. Don't give me any reason why you can't eat 100 grams of protein a day, because newsflash, if you go to a macro coach, especially for weight loss, unless you're really small, you're going to be eating more than 100 grams of protein a day. So on your own, you should be eating at least 100 grams of protein a day. You should be eating produce at least twice a day, at least with 2 meals. Ideally, you're eating at least 3 to 4 servings of produce a day. In a perfect world, we're going to up it to more, but at least 3 to 4 servings would be ideal. But if you can get a fruit or vegetable on your plate at least twice, you're on the right track. Also, the goal should be at minimum 64 ounces of water, ideally half of your body weight in ounces of water. Can you get there? Are you regularly reaching that goal? And then the last thing is, are you getting at least 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day? I'm not saying you have to start a workout routine. I'm saying you have to get up and get moving. If you can hit these guidelines, protein, produce, activity steps, and water, then you're on the right track. And if you're checking all of those boxes and you're still like, okay, I think I want to hire a coach to help me further, then you're ready. Then you're ready because you're already making choices that the coach is probably going to help you hone in on further. And so it's not going to feel like such a shock to the system when I ask you to go to 120 or 130 grams of protein, because you're already eating 100, and that's great. And you understand why that's important. Or, hey, we should be getting 5 to 6 servings of vegetables today. Or, hey, how about those 10,000 steps? And because you're already hitting those basic benchmarks, you will feel more equipped and more ready and less resistant to the necessary changes to reach your goals when you start working with a coach. And the last thing I've really learned, and this is really what a lot of my work is about when I work with people, the biggest takeaway that I have from being a coach is the mindset work is always more important than the macro work. Every single time. Oftentimes, every time, let's be honest, every time, people come to me and the magic happens not when they start meeting their macros, but when they make specific mindset shifts that have been holding them back in the past, usually from previous diets. People who've been chronically on Weight Watchers or really restrictive 1,200 calorie diets or low carb or keto or this or that or the other thing. People who have lived a life believing that extreme restriction is the answer and that the scale is the end all be all. When I get to work with those people one-on-one and help them see the light, so to speak, that there is so much more to wellness, especially in the mental aspect of it, that those people are the ones that really start to blossom and make the progress and make me believe that I can send them on their way and they can live a healthy, sustainable lifestyle and still see progress on their own. And it makes me so happy when I can release those people into the wild and trust that they have the tools necessary to be able to go out there and reach their goals. The mindset work that goes into making lasting, sustainable change in a health and wellness journey is unbeatable, 100% necessary, and really the thing that you need to focus on either on your own or when you're working out with a coach. Yes, the macros matter. Yes, the steps matter. Yes, the protein matters. All of that matters, but not as much as the mindset matters. And that barely scratches the surface of kind of what I've learned about people over these last 2 years of being a wellness coach. I want to take a minute and say thank you so much to any of you who has been involved in my coaching in some way. And let me be honest, if you've been a subscriber to this channel for any amount of time, you're the reason I started the coaching business to begin with. It was your idea and your poking and prodding saying, hey, you should become a coach. Hey, you'd be really good at this. That made me do it to begin with. So thank you for your love and your support and your faith in me as a human being to be able to coach you and help you reach your goals. If you like this video or you want more content related to this, please give this video a thumbs up, as it really does tell me whether or not you're interested. And if you haven't already joined the wonderful wonderful community that I have here on the internet. What are you waiting for? Just click that little red button to join us. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for 2 years of awesome coaching and even longer of being a great community here on YouTube. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.